I got this out. You ain't seen this before. How I got into the show was that I met Madison through a mutual friend of ours, or somebody that I work with, and she hit me up and she was like, "Hey, I'm getting ready to start a skateboard deck company. We getting ready to have this big show for it." And she was like, it was just something that just happened. It was just, I met this person, I called them, they were about it, like seriously. And then maybe like 2 days after I called her, I had the skateboard decks in my hand, and I was like, what am I gonna do with these? And to be honest, like, I was done with them maybe like a week before the deadline was up. And then I saw a couple of the other ones that were in the show, and I was like, oh shit, I gotta go back. I gotta step up. I gotta do a little something extra to this. Like, I can't show it with just this little basic stuff, man. So met her, got the decks, did it, had a good time, sold one of them, which is always nice. It's always good to have somebody that appreciates your work. Everybody likes being appreciated. But with this, like, I'm really hoping to expand, get into more shows, like locally and nationally, internationally, whatever, because in addition to just like doing studio art and other stuff. But yeah, like, doors just find a way to get themselves open if you try to stay open to it and try to get prepared to it. I mean, just about anything can happen at almost any given time. Because I was actually really looking forward to this show the entire time. Like, from the moment I got them all the way up until like the day of, just excited, ready, waiting to see what everybody else did, waiting to see how people receive my work. It feels really good, like when somebody buys something that you made, makes you feel appreciated, makes you feel like, what you're doing isn't a waste of time. I don't like the word moose. Most of what I do is digital. My ultimate end is that I want to develop video games. So I had been spending like the last couple of years getting really acquainted with, Photoshop, Krita, Fire Alpaca. It's a bunch of, like, people don't know that there's options out there to supplement, like, having to get Photoshop or having to, like, steal it, like most people that I know. But yeah, for the most part, I've been sticking digital. Like, I like digital. It's real quick, clean. You don't have to wait for stuff to dry. You can get almost any effect that you want if you know how to work the tools properly. You can put out a lot of really high quality stuff fast enough once you get acquainted with the tools and do everything. It just seems like, the way to go when it comes to getting certain things done. You don't have to constantly re-up and resupply yourself. Like, everything is there. All you need is electricity, and you're good. Figure out what medium fits you and your ends the best. Like, figure out what type of artist you want to be. I want to be preferably I like to be hired as somebody's character and environment designer for a game design firm. So I know what type of artist I want to be. Know what type of artist you want to be. Like, do you want to be an in-betweener for an animation studio? Do you want to lead animation? Do you want to do, like, there's entire teams that's dedicated to just coming up with fake shit to go in video games, like fake products and fake businesses and fake vehicles and fake cities and a bunch of other things. So yeah, man, know what type of artist you want to be, study up on them, and then figure out what type of medium works best for the type of artist that you want to be. It might take you a while to get there, like, but keep walking. Eventually, you'll make it to where you want to be. You can do other little things to improve yourself. The number one thing that, like, if you ask anybody who does art any questions about how to improve, the number one thing they're going to tell you is to draw your ass off. Like, draw, 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 draw. It doesn't really matter what you draw. Just make sure that you try and draw at least one thing every day. If you can do one thing every day, then you'll just, like, make leaps and bounds when it comes to improvement. It's going to start off with, like, hop, skips, and jumps, but eventually you'll get to the point where you won't have to think about things anymore. And when you reach the point where you don't have to think about things anymore, then you can do whatever you want with them. Don't be afraid to like what you like. If there's a certain style of like, if there's a certain subject that you really enjoy making out of everything, man, do it. Most of the time, like, a lot of people, I get shit because I do a lot of comic art. Like, whenever I'm looking for something new to expand on or to try and change my techniques or, like, a warm-up or something, always warm up before you start doing stuff. If you try to draw straight out the bat, it's going to fuck you up. The best way that was explained to me was that my teacher told me, like, when you coming up with ideas or if you're doing anything, it's like a old faucet inside of a house. You gotta let it run for a little bit to get the brown murky water out of the way before you get to the good shit. So whenever you're doing something, like anything, whether it's like sports, performing, writing a paper, getting ready to present something to a class, warm up first. Always. Don't ever try to go in cold. You will fail almost always miserably. But for the small percentage of y'all that can do stuff off top, not knocking you for it at all, but everybody needs to have a little bit of practice or a little forethought into everything that they do. Man, I think I'm about tapped out. I don't think I got anything else up that I can add. Yeah, that's about it. Oh yeah, man. Go do stuff. I got this from the Renaissance Fair that just happened like a week, like last week. Yeah, it was like Sunday last week. Go find stuff to do, man. Like, you'll find plenty of people who like to do weird shit that you like to do too. Oh wow. My facial hair is in my cup. It's great.